And that's the other Kurt with a German name, Eisenberger. No, if that is not German, then I wonder what is German. Kurt Eisenberger, the team captain of the, or let's say the eight-way veteran in the team, together with Matt Davidson. And yes, we continue with four-way now, four-way double A, I guess it is.
Absolutely. We're four-way double A now, then we'll move on to a four-way single A, and then back with the final rounds of eight-way triple A.
And we have that tight competition. I don't even know the standings after round. No, they don't have round 9 yet. So we do not know yet what the double A class teams posted in round 9, because this is round 10 now. We have to just continue with what we have been doing in round 9. It's looking at the teams and seeing who it is. Where the order seems to be the same, because this is Vertigo in the 8th place of the double A class competition. Reagan, you have another victim there. What's going on?
Yeah, we're just here with all the crowd watching the antics in the tunnel. Are you having a good time, everybody?
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we have an awesome time too.
All right. So we are watching. Now, who do we have? Oh, that's Bahrain. That's a Bahrain team. We've seen them before, all uniformed. It's a military team from the neighboring country of the United Arab Emirates here on the Arabian Peninsula.
Okay, Kurt, so we do not have the results here on in time, but if we look at the scoreboard, the overall totals are different. So it seems like round 9 has been judged, just not posted here.
Yeah, let's look at the overall standings.
And
we
it's
have
been
to check
changing a little bit, like Expat Ferry and FD might have been
it looks like they're tight
switched
now.
around, yeah.
So they were 10 points away from each other after round 8. That would be interesting if they would be tied now. That would be a big change. If you click on it, on one of the click on Vetsti, because then we'll see if they have already received their score for round 9 or not. And they don't, so that's why they are so far away. Okay. Not all the scores are posted yet, so we keep looking at what we see right now. It's a new sequence too. Let's look at the competition draw here for round 10. It's C9P in the double A class. So we have actually so this makes it interesting. We mentioned that earlier when we were looking at round 9. Because we have a very close race in this category for the medal positions. And the sequence of round 9 did not really offer a great opportunity to change much, because it was a little slow. There were randoms in the 2, but one slower block, 18. And round 10 has block 9 and 2 randoms, which makes it a very fast sequence for the trained teams, so this can eventually in round 10 scramble the whole leaderboard around. We have the 4 top teams, the Flyspot Chicks, Aerocard, Academy double A class team, and the Assa girls were all separated by 1 single point, and the Hurricane Factory Chicks were 5 points ahead of this threesome, but the Hurricane Factory Chicks had a great round in round 9, so they probably extended their lead, and it's not really about the top spot and the gold medals and the $10,000, or how much is it in the double A class? Some serious money for that. How much do we have actually? We have in the A class 10,000, 7,000 and 3,000. So it looks like the Hurricane Factory Chicks take home the 10,000 cash, unless something really goes severely wrong, and it has happened before.
It had happened in round 6. They're like mastering almost every single round, getting the best score everywhere. It's not tied. And then on this round 6, they had a 5, which was the worst out of the entire competition, the entire opponent. So I guess things can go wrong sometimes.
Good point. That was a classical meltdown, if you can say so. How we call it. And it can happen at any time. It's not so likely, but it has happened. It has happened here. We have seen it. So nothing is in stone yet. And
to you, Regan.
Yeah, we just want to try and find out what this big shock is. You got it on your sleeve. What is it?
showcase energy drink.
An energy drink. Well, there you go. You heard it.
Oh, there we go. Finally, thanks, Reagan. That was just going through my head all the time. I just didn't know what shock is. It's an energy drink. Okay, we got it. So they are actually energetic, the Vetsi lineup. But now we have moved on already to the Dubai Asa Girls. So we are now in the middle of that race, and we see that, that a trained team, for a trained team, it is a fast sequence. Good eye there. There was an incomplete formation, but they corrected it. Very well done. And they continue back in a good flow. So that was great work on getting back into the flow of the dive, and they are scoring. There's Angelina. She used to be the videographer for the Dubai Asa Girls. She's in the lineup there now and enjoying it, she said.
That's something that happens often, having a camera joining the lineup.
It has happened before. We see it with the Canadian team, Evolution. Their videographer is now in the active lineup. And it has happened before. Larry Miller of the Golden Knights, he was the videographer in Four-Way many years ago, and he's world champion. Reagan, what do you have?
Yeah, I'm just here with Azar Girls. Are you pleased with the competition?
Very good competition.
Yeah, they are out of breath, totally out of breath.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
no
Reagan.
surprise. They were working hard on that. Good job, guys. Girls, sorry.
So, Kurt, I have a question for you. How does it work exactly? How do you register to be in the single A, double A, or triple A category? Is that just out of sportsmanship? Like depending on your average, you would place yourself into something, or like is there sometimes a case of a team, let's say, signing up for double A that should be in triple A and people not being happy about that, so they just can win something? How does that work?
It's sportsmanship. I mean, to answer the question now easily, it's sportsmanship. Yes, there are no regulations for that, and usually it's not necessary to regulate that because we don't have prize money or or whatever millions of dollars to win or not. The natural development with the 4 categories is that if you have done the rookie class only, random formations only, and you do only that and nothing else, you get bored with that after a while.
Yeah.
So you want to move up. You want to do the blocks, and then once you have done the A class dive pool for long enough, and it's only 8 blocks, so you train these blocks for a certain amount of time, you get bored with that. So you say, okay, well, I want to do the next set of blocks. So then you're moving up into this. So it's a natural development, and that's what it was meant to be.
Okay.
And
Sounds very smart, because then you start with the basics, and then little by little you improve yourself.
And it's a gradual development. You don't have to force to do stuff where you're not ready for. If you have to start, like when I was a young skydiver, when I started, there was only AAA class, open class dive pool for everybody, and it was frustrating for many teams because you just couldn't train enough, or you weren't skilled enough to perform all those maneuvers. And that's when we eventually decided, well, we're going to change that. We're going to create a system that fits better to a natural and gradual development of skills and competition.
Yeah, this is something we're going to implement.
Reagan with Martial Ferry.
Yeah, Martial Ferry. Tell us a little bit about this academy. It's really come from nowhere.
Academy, this is kids from Aerokart, and they are doing really well. Yeah.
Very proud of them.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. They can go as fast as some adults, and they just started last year or 2 years ago, and it's incredible.
Thank you very much, Martial. Back to the action.
Thanks, Reagan. And we were guessing correctly, actually. They have their game faces on now. Look at this. Nice. Beep, beep,
the war
beep,
paint sound. They're not very terrifying birds, though, are they?
No, and they can do this now because they are, they have secured their first place. We guessed that after seeing round 9 that they scored, better than the other teams, and they did. They had a 24 in round 9, and the Fly Sport Chicks in second place had a 19. So they can have fun now. They take home $10,000. They won the competition, and with a good average, their new team member was performing well enough to win in that category. And congratulations to the Hurricane Factory Chicks for the first place, and there's Reagan with them.
Yeah, the reason they got the faces painted, can you see? Hurricane Factory Chicks, they are chicks.
We saw that. Beep, 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 beep.
What's happened to the fourth member? Where is her war face paint?